Hey friend, to be honest, you ever feel like your brain has 47 tabs open at once? Well, that's me right now. I actually had several tabs open, several windows open, both Safari and Google. I had my Post-its or my sticky notes. I had my iPad and my desktop open. I had my phone open as well. I was doing several projects at one time, and then I had to nap. You get what you get because you get who you are. Scattered energy only brings scattered results. Today's energy felt like when I was running my yoga studio. When I first started doing my private sessions, it was cool, but then I expanded myself and I decided I wanted to rent a space to bring in clients. So I taught yoga at the school that I worked at because remember, I was a school librarian for 20 years. And then I taught yoga at the YMCA all around town. After school, I would drive to the YMCA. On the weekends, I would drive to the YMCA. And then I decided to rent a room in the back of a karate studio. So I had that as well. And from there, I decided I needed a website. And from there, I decided I needed to do some marketing. And from there, I decided I needed to have some subs. So it was so much energy. I was scattered. I loved it though, but I was scattered. And today felt like that too, because I had all these tabs open. I was working on AI. I was on Claude, moving over to ChatGPT, fixing those together, putting it on my new CRM website. And then I was making my AI twin on another platform. And I was just like, what? Too much scattered energy. So we need to know the difference between living reactive and being proactive, right? So today I fell into the space of being reactive because I said, I need to get so many things done today. Today, I wasn't feeling the greatest. My energy was a little low. I have a little bit of a, I don't know, cold thing going on, but I said, I've got to get this stuff done. Got to get it done. Until my body said, that's enough. I took a little nap on my yoga mat right here in my meditation room / office. It was enough. My body said, Dawn, we're tired. My mind said, Dawn, we need some rest. My eye said, as it twitched, that's enough. Take some time away from everything. So being reactive is this energy of frenzy and frantic. But being proactive is making a plan, maybe tracking some things, maybe having a list. And when you're done with those few things, you stop. You don't have to have a ton of tabs open because the body is going to react to it. The turning point is realizing that structure equals freedom, not restriction. So for me, structure, systematic structures is part of the Awaken Women framework. I need it. It gives me freedom. When I have tracking devices, when I have my calendar in place, when I stop and do 2 or 3 things and check it off and take a break, when I know I've been sitting in the chair too long and I've set a timer with my Google and I say, hey, Google, set a timer for so many minutes. And that does a reminder for me and says, it's time to get up, stretch, move, get a glass of water, be done, can be productive. So Notion is one of my favorite applications. I just found out about it. Shout out to ChatGPT. I think they're like married somehow. But anyway, I use them. I created some Notion trackers for myself, for my business, and for my clients. It is a game changer. I'm in an AI community on school, and this woman, she gave me an AI tracker. It's a game changer. The way that she set it up, I didn't know you could do that. So I'm learning and I'm having so much fun. This is what I know. A thriving Theresa has gone through the stuck stage or the stagnant Stella. She's gone through the searching and the seeking, searching Serena. And now she's thriving because she's done the work. She's gone to therapy. She's put up her boundaries. She knows that when she says something, she's going to do it. When she tells somebody, these are my boundaries, she knows how to enforce them. She has led people on to the next thing. She's a leader in her job. She's a leader in her religious organizations. She loves to read. She loves to write. She knows how to vacation. She takes care of her family. Her family takes care of her. There's reciprocity between all of it. She's learning how to make sure that everything that she decides to do fits into her plan. She has a framework. Systems create safety. Your nervous system calms down when it knows what's next. When we are in a state of frenzy, it's because we're not sure what's coming next. There's so much indecision or flux that our body is in a state of fight, flight, freeze. And we don't want to be there because it's It's a state of agitation. So when you have a system, when you have your calendar, when you have your tracking devices, when you have your list, it keeps you grounded. Weekly ritual of mapping priorities, not just tasks, helps me stay grounded. I use Notion to create a calendar that I uploaded into my Google Calendar, and every day I get a Lux frequency focus. Today's day 45. And it says, today's affirmation, my energy attracts limitless opportunities. And the Lux vibe tip is declutter one small corner for fresh energy. Every day I get that. And then every night I remind myself to go ahead and look at 3 things from the day that I can be grateful for. If I need more, I have a meditation that I created. Also have a script that I listen to on loop. And then if I need even more from there, I have a playlist. This keeps me grounded, but it also elevates me as well. So I get grounded, but I can go high. Rituals create rhythm. A spiral-based structure supports flow, not rigidity. Like whenever I'm talking, I'm moving all the time. Somebody told me years ago, that you sing and dance when you eat? I was like, do I? And then this had to be like almost 20 years ago. Then I realized that the reason why I do that is because I love how it feels. This is one of the sensations, the senses that's turned on, and my body is reacting, and it's triggering something in my brain and my spirit and my soul saying, you love this food, or you love this atmosphere. You love where you are, and my body wants to move. So the spiral is already in your body. Your body will spiral when you feel good about itself. So let it come out, right? So I want you to think about what will support flow and not rigidity, not just stopping, but what makes you move. Whenever you're moving, you're dancing, you're allowing this energy around you to flow as well. Think about when you light an incense. The smoke of the incense, it dances, it twirls around, or lighting Palo Santo or sage. The same thing happens, right? It's moving, it's in flow. So if we think about like when we light our incense and we pray, our prayer is on that incense is flowing from your lips through the universe to God's ears. So when your body's in flow, it's the same kind of thing. You're releasing this prayer from your body. This is how I feel. This prayer from your body is being released through your spirit and your soul to the universe, to God. God smiles when God sees that you're happy with the gifts that was given to you. So an example would be a morning Lux ritual. Stillness. Create stillness as much as you can. We are in a state of go, 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 go. We got to always do. Stillness is a ritual. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. Journaling. Release it out. It gets stuck in the brain on repeat. Sometimes when you can't sleep and you're recycling this rut of these images, words, thoughts, ideas, you need to get them out, write them out. Breath work, breathing. A square breath helps. There's so many different breathing techniques. Do some kind of breath work. Boundaries create bandwidth. Saying no, I had to do that today. Saying no to chaos opens space for creativity. I had to say no right before this video. There's a former student of mine who I love, but he's in a bad place, and he's been in a bad place almost all of his adulthood. And he asks me for money over and over and over. And I said no. He asked me again. I said no. He asked me again. I said no. I turned my phone on Don't Disturb, and I jumped right here online to make this video. It opened up space for creativity. I will go back to him and say, you are so smart. You're brilliant. You're capable of other things. Let's use this salesmanship of you trying to get me to donate some money to you into a job where you can make money and get paid instead of asking people to support you financially in a way that is destroying relationships. Okay, I have some examples of other ways that you could say no to create space for creativity. Limiting meetings. So you can make a meeting time for yourself. I block out on my calendar times when I am working and I don't take any other things. Or if it's creative time, I can block that out. Or if I want to have time with my friends or go to the movies or concerts or spending time with my family, I block it out and I don't take any other meetings during that time. You can block out for content if you're a content creator. You can block out time for reading, for writing, for playing music, for learning a new skill. whatever it is. Creating sacred space allows you to be creative. Luxury isn't more, it's less, but better. That's a Dawnism, as I like to say. So I mentioned this a little bit earlier in this video, and I talked about systematic structures. That's a part of one of my frameworks called the Path to the Awakened Woman. I expanded that framework to include more aspects of my yoga practice. I loved teaching people how to become yoga teachers. In my yoga studio, we studied the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. We studied the Yamas and Niyamas by Deborah Adele. We studied the chakras. And I said to myself, darn, you need to go back and use all of that information into this new framework. So the framework is a spiral path. We go from awareness to alignment to ascension. When you are aware, that means you've gained knowledge and information. You use resources to make your decisions. It's like the light bulb turns on in the dark space, so you can see things that are there that were always there. But now that the light is on, you're like, oh, I didn't realize that. Alignment means that you are in the right path. Let me see if I can line this up with the camera, right? You're aligned on this path. You're not going outside of the boundaries where, there might be like a hill or a cliff over here, and it might be some broken glass over on this side. But when you're in alignment, you're going straight, and it gets easier. Because what's the math thing? The fastest way between 2 points is a straight line. Flying. And then ascension is rising higher. We always want to rise higher. Wants to be down in the dirt all the time. When it's dark down there. The Lux Identity Spiral is systematic structures, luxury rituals, and vision focus. How does that sound, right? So scattered lives. That was a little bit of me today. That's okay. I claim it. Scattered lives at the edges. Structure pulls you into the center. I had to pull myself into the center. I took a nap. I watched a little bit of fun TV. I cleaned up my room. I drank some water. I reset my energy. I put up a boundary, and I was ready to go. I'm going to give you a little micro shift. Scattered equals waking up, checking your phone, rushing. Because social media, emails, text messages in the morning is like a vacuum. It is a timer that sucks you in there. And then the next thing you know, it's been an hour of you just lying there, scrolling, checking. Instead, let's do structured equals waking up, morning magnetism meditation. One of my favorites is right here on YouTube. Journaling, intentional to do. If we wake up, instead of checking our phone, getting sucked into this vortex, instead we open up our YouTube application and then go to the morning magnetism ritual. Listen to these words of affirmation, reset our energy. Then we journal for a few minutes. We set an intentional to-do list. Our day will start off powerful. I want you to try that and then come back and let me know. I want you to see how it feels in your body. They call this the body compass, right? Your body will let you know. So tell me, after you've done these rituals, or even just now, maybe you paused and you took a moment, you thought about this. I want you to come back and write in the comments. Tell me right here. Do you feel a difference in your body? You don't have to burn everything down to create flow. You can create boundary. You can create structured. You can create systems. If this, then that, right? When you have a routine, it will make you feel solid. It will make you feel aware. It will make you feel powerful. And I want you to also remember this. Scattered doesn't mean failure. It means feedback. If you're feeling scattered, like I did, because I had 47, 50, 11, 100,000 million tabs open, Google Docs open, this one AI, that other AI, this third AI open. I had Canva open, my email open, had all these things. I was scattered energy. And my body gave me feedback. Remember the body compass? It said, Dawn, I'm tired. This eye was twitching. My head hurt. I was having a little cough, a little drainage. So I said that was enough. That was feedback to say, that's enough. So here's an affirmation that I want you to say. I honor structure as sacred support for my freedom. Let's do it again. I honor structure as sacred support for my freedom. That's what you need. So honor this structure as your sacred support for your freedom. If this message hit home, you're ready to move from scattered to structure without losing your flow. If this message hits home, you're ready to move from scattered to structure without losing your flow. That's exactly what we practice inside the Lux Flow Society. Lux rituals, life coaching, and a system that keeps you in harmony. No hustle. I have 2 paths for you. These are all on School, by the way. The first is Awaken and Limitless is a free community on School, and then the Lux Flow Society. I'm so excited about it. It is a paid membership. It's very affordable. Right now, it's $50 a year. That is all. And you get so much inside of both of these. Save your spot and let's spiral up together. See you inside.